Hey, what's up, you babies? This is the lo-fi intro that the host usually records, puts in the front of a podcast. This podcast was recorded sometime in late December 2019. And, I edited a couple things in here so that hopefully it flows in a more entertaining fashion. This is generally where someone would put the advertisement section, but we're not going to do that because at Starbaby, you're worth it. Okay, let's get into this thing. It's a good one. You're in for a treat. Here we go.
What you talking
What's a
about?
podcast?
What's a podcast?
What's an e-boy?
You're going to tell us when we're starting, right?
Yeah. That was me thinking about.
Okay, got it. You don't just start it off at the top?
From the top.
Top of what?
You looking at your notes on what
No.
e-boy is?
I got my Webster's dictionary.
Zach's
right here.
been
I'm
doing a
thumbing
lot of
through
research on e-boys
just tirelessly.
tirelessly. He goes to a lot of high school hangout spots to do research. It's really weird.
Research.
To do drugs. To do blow with kids.
Kids have the best blow these days.
Do you find that?
I usually find that. I frequent kids very often.
More words.
And the
It's a little kid party
the
all over
kill
again.
show.
Welcome back to the Starbaby Social Hour. It's me, your host, Zach. And joining us today is Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hey, that was
And my brother Addison reprising his role as older Zach once again.
Hello. It's great to be back.
What's good?
It's great to be Zach.
It's not that great.
We could take that again, right?
No,
This isn't set in
no,
stone.
this is live.
Uh-oh.
oopsies.
It ain't my fault.
Hello, you two. How's it going?
It's going.
Pretty good.
That's
We're currently post Christmas. It is the well, I don't want to blow up your spot for what day it is.
It's
If
today.
you use this one as evergreen.
We don't. I don't know when this is going up.
Yeah.
Hopefully pretty quick, but at the time of recording, it is only days past Christmas.
Days past Christmas. Why don't we go through what do we get for Christmas? Check off.
Okay, Matt,
Checklist.
what did you
It's
get
it's
for
Chekhov's it's Chekhov's list.
So it's coming back later?
So we're gonna introduce the list right now, and by the third act, one of us will die.
Christmas? Oh.
At the hands of the list?
Mm-hmm. There's one list I can think of.
Matt just breathing heavily.
Schindler's List.
Okay. I'm dying to know
Did you get
where you
that
think this is going.
Movie
Oh,
for
going?
Christmas?
Oh, no.
It's gone.
It ends. It ends there. All right, I'll tell you what I got. I got a harmonica.
I also got a harmonica. You know,
I'm going to Christmas and I'm bringing a harmonica.
I'm going to Christmas and bring a harmonica and a bag of shoes.
And
And now what are you going to Christmas and bringing?
Or were you just trying to yes and that? You're like,
Yes.
and-
That's what I do when
And-
I'm uncomfortable.
Well, let's get
And-
out of this then. Matt, what'd you get for Christmas?
I got some clothes and I got some boots. And the boots
What are you most excited to wear? You're wearing your new boots right now.
I got a knife, but I can't wear that.
Sure.
You could wear it on your little
I-
hip there.
Can I be excited for that?
Yeah,
is that
sure.
weird? Well, it's still the boots.
Oh, okay.
The boots are.
What do you plan on doing with the knife?
Catch
Just
money.
feel safe in situations?
Yeah, feeling safe.
Mhm.
Unlike right now.
Which I
like
feel
if-
very attacked.
If there's like an apple, will you peel it with way too much and you'll just make
Mhm.
eye contact with somebody at the grocery store?
Yeah, I'll whittle it down all the way to the core.
And then eat it?
Wow, that sounds
no.
so metal.
You're just whittling an apple
Yeah.
while aggressively looking at
Just
someone?
apple shavings just all over the floor. Yeah, charge me for it. I didn't eat it.
It's still here.
It's on the floor. If you want the apple, it's all right there in a pile.
Put it back together.
Put the apple back together.
All right, that was Christmas Corner.
Let's
Play the outro music for Christmas Corner.
Beep.
The best part of waking up was Christmas Corner, yeah.
All right, that's pretty good. You don't have any bits that you want to shoehorn
So
in here?
I don't have any bits, but I do have some games we could play. Do we want to just fire it up?
No. Addison's disappointedly looking at his phone that he pulled up in just the occasion for that. Matt, do you remember the thing that we came up with a couple nights ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it?
What is the spice of life or something like that?
Right.
I don't know if it had a title.
I was looking through my notes and I had this thing written down. There's like variety is the spice of life, but you know what else is the spice of life? Spice. And then Matt.
And you think we can make something of that?
Well, here's the
Okay.
thing. Here's the thing.
We were planning on doing a podcast that night, but it was just the two of us, so like that was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
we
exactly.
still turned on the, or did were you recording?
Yeah.
We were just I was laying on
It's
the
2
couch,
hours of nothing.
and he was sitting over there, and we were talking to each other through the microphones, basically.
Just hoping that something would.
we
you
were
could
also
salvage anything.
intermittently just doing this, but you know that's
Sure.
because you can't do that when you're just talking to people.
Right. No, not
You need
hope-
headphones.
typically.
I hope
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Unless you're an actual demon, but you know.
But like one of the only things that we came up with in that 2 hours of bullshit was
Wait, I'm sorry. You called this coming up with something?
Yeah.
No, Saying the phrase variety is the spice of
no.
life?
There's more.
No, I've got issues. One of the things we came up with that night,
We came up with that phrase.
we ended on.
Also, I came up with that phrase.
We
You were
came
like,
up with
yep.
that phrase.
Okay.
All right.
All
well,
right.
The whole
fine.
phrase. The
Here's-
whole phrase.
All right. Okay.
The whole-
Here's what the fuck happened.
Okay.
Right. So I said that, and Matt was like, "What would if life was called Jack and cooking was Jack?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you on about?"
Okay.
Anyway, it landed on Matt asking me what the paprika of life would be.
Variety is the spice of life. But do you know what else is the spice of life? Spice.
What if life was a person? What
Jeff.
do you think? If life was Jeff, and life was cooking, and the product of that cooking was a
If
piece.
life was Jeff and life was cooking and life was a cake, you figure it out.
All right, so life is the person named Jeff. Jeff is a chef.
Okay. That's
and-
what life. That's life.
Yep,
That's amore.
the big pizza pie. And Jeff the chef is cooking a big pizza pie, but that big pizza pie in this analogy is a person.
All right.
All right, no, it's not. It's not a pizza pie. 'Cause
All right. Here's a hypothetical. Would you eat a pie?
Okay, so Jeff the chef,
Yes or no?
which is the standard for life. He's cooking.
Okay.
And he's making some chicken. He's got a spicy chicken. What is he using from his kitchen to spice the chicken? And then what does that correlate to on the other side of this really stupid analogy?
And then, what is this analogy?
Answer the question.
it's
Okay,
like-
if you were seasoning a chicken, what would you use other than salt and pepper?
Paprika.
Okay, what's paprika in life?
Paprika is.
What does it stand for?
I was gonna say good
friendship.
times, but that's not it, and it's not friendship
Oh, yeah?
either.
Okay. So you have a strong sense of what it's not.
Yes, paprika is being at your family's holiday home, but not when it's the holidays. That's what paprika is in life.
Is that an experience you've
It's
had?
not, and I made sure it wasn't, because I was tempted to be like, "Oh, well, what's something that makes me feel like paprika?" But I was just thinking of things that were in my childhood,
Okay.
so I had to come up with a similar feeling
Hmm.
and a thing that I've never experienced.
Okay. I like it.
Great.
What would cumin be?
I'm trying to taste
Cumin.
Trying to taste the cumin in the air.
There's a lot of it.
Weird.
Just have one of those air puffers that.
Spicy.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm in the proper headspace to answer this question because I'm doing pretty good right now. So, as much as
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know, things are pretty milk toast, but like with a good connotation, and as opposed to a negative one.
All right.
Nah.
It's weird that you think you would have to be in a fucked headspace to answer that.
Yeah.
That is weird. I agree. Do you have a clear idea of a different spice? Maybe not spice. What's the butter of life? I got a clear answer.
I mean, okay. So the reason why I said that is because you had a clear answer for that one. You have a clear answer for this one. You're obviously not doing well.
I'm never doing well. I don't think I'm doing worse than I usually am. I have a deep tap to fucked shit that I can just run to the well and
Exactly.
pump. Yeah, but that's
You're
me.
a lot closer to your well.
No, the path to my well is well worn down and easy to traverse.
You have an easier path to your well.
I guess so.
Which would mean that your well is less distant.
But notice that we're
Yes.
not talking about the fucked things of life, just life. What is the butter of life? If life is
I think strife breeds creativity.
great, what we're talking about,
And you're more colorful right now because
right.
you're fucked up.
yeah, okay. It's not because I can't think of anything. It's because you're fucked in the head, Zach.
Because I'm perfect right now.
The butter of life is the beach.
Why?
I think it's pretty self-evident.
Thanks.
Anyway, it landed on Matt asking me what the paprika of life would be.
Okay.
And
All right. Okay. I see what you're
I
saying.
thought long and hard, and I came up with being at your family's holiday home, but not during the holidays, is the paprika of life,
Okay.
which is weird. And then we did that back and forth for a little bit. We were trying to think of what the butter of life was. Matt, do you remember what you said the butter of life was? He's trying to brain blast.
I got a brain.
He's
brain
going into
bust.
his mind palace.
No, I don't remember. But I had a
You brought up duck fat, I think.
right. So my method was, what do you use butter for, like in cooking, not baking? Because I don't know how to bake.
Sure.
Butter is like some sort of fat or oil that you use to cook with, but it's like slightly more decadent than just olive oil.
Sure.
Right.
Maybe not
I think
decadent.
we came up with indulgent.
It's more indulgent than just olive oil.
Okay.
So anything that you do, and like you normally use some kind of oil whenever you do any cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that is slightly more indulgent than just your normal everyday.
But it's
Whatever.
not up to the duck fat range.
Right. Oh
so
no.
it's got to be like
Duck fat-
middling.
Duck fat we landed on was cocaine. Cocaine is the duck fat of life.
No. I remember it was something to do with like walking the scenic route.
Scenic routes is the
home
butter of life.
Is the butter of life.
Okay.
Like,
which sounds like a Hallmark card. It's like some.
and then walking the scenic route while on cocaine is the duck fat of life.
Okay.
That's why I was
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Just relatable stuff.
All right. And so I'm clear. What you wanted to do was recount this conversation that went nowhere to me.
No.
And
It went
then
right
move
here.
on.
No, the thing is like the blank of life. So
No, I have the template. I got it. But at no point did you ask me. That's what I'm saying.
We
Yeah,
were
we're
trying to
getting there.
explain
okay.
it. We were trying to explain.
Jesus.
it.
Okay. Got it. Jesus Christ. Well, hit me with a spice.
well, it doesn't
What's the
even have
pepper
to
of
be.
life?
Okay, what's pepper
Okay.
of
Well,
life?
just put something in there.
What's the pool floaty of life?
You really, you went for it.
Yeah.
I'll give you that much. All right. So, the pool floaty of life. It's a
take-
fun thing. It's something that keeps you safe as you're doing something potentially dangerous that you do for fun.
Right.
And it's
So I
cute.
feel like he has to go back to a food analogy from here.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping it was a food.
Yeah, Zach was at the switchboard switching the train tracks and just went all the way to the third setting.
So we're going pool
So went
floaty.
off the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could deal with poo floaty.
Can you?
Poo floaty. Yeah. Okay. So now it's supposed to be like, if variety is just a concept, then you're
Right.
supposed to end with a concept. So a pool floaty is the something.
What is the variety of life?
Well, that's an inherent
Is
flaw
spice-
in the initial setup.
Is spice the variety of life?
Using spice, but I mean spice is a bunch.
You know what? The more I hear that phrase, I don't think that makes any goddamn sense.
Yeah, I know.
Variety is
It's
the
just
spice of
fucking
life.
weird.
Variety is the spice of life.
It's the thing.
No, that makes sense.
It does make sense.
So variety is the thing, and in order to spice up your life,
right. You add variety.
you add
Like
variety.
it doesn't
Right.
necessarily mean good.
Right. Just
Like-
if you want to change it, add a different thing.
Like if you're cooking pasta and then you put cinnamon on, that's spicing your pasta, but it's
Right.
not particularly. It's like taking the not scenic route.
Yeah, because you've got places to be. But the places you're supposed to be may also be good.
Right.
Right. I mean, by definition, they're probably pretty okay if you do them a lot.
The
Cocaine?
Yeah.
You back on that?
Sure.
I don't know where to go with
New
pool
year, new
floating.
Zach?
I admit defeat on that one.
No,
Matt,
that
what's
was
the
that
pool
was a,
floaty of life?
That was a bad setup.
It's a bad one, but you know,
Oh.
hard mode.
So do I go back
We're
to a food
starting with
analogy?
hard mode.
Yes.
Do I go back to a
I
food
don't know.
analogy?
What is the pool floaty of life? It doesn't have to be.
How
food.
about blank is the blank of pool floaty? And then that's
Oh,
just
wow.
the new. There's your hard mode.
That's two.
How many letters across?
6.
No.
We can do a different one. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, you got one?
Sure.
What's the pepper of life?
Yeah, pepper. I was gonna
What's
say
the
pepper.
pepper of life?
Zach.
Pepper. I mean, pepper's
'cause you were-
pretty ubiquitous.
You were
right?
thinking about it in a way different sense.
vanilla is the pepper of life.
No, like you came up with this whole scene
Right.
and it didn't it didn't fit with how I was thinking about it.
Right.
Like this is how you use
And you-
paprika and this is how you use whatever you came up with.
Right. You had a difficult time even entertaining the question because you're like, I'm doing it fine. I'm doing fine. You may be in a fucked headspace.
Oh
but-
yeah. But oh yeah, so pepper you use in a lot of stuff.
Right. Yeah. It's. I mean, it's one of the mainstays.
tiny spicy.
Tiny spice.
Tiny spicy.
What if we bailed on this premise?
Then
Now
we'd
that
be
would be a
quitters.
premise.
Hang on.
Hang
now
on,
we
hang on
have
to
something. I think you guys had a really fun conversation, and I would never take that away from you.
It wasn't that fun, but it was an idea that we
but-
came up with.
It was an idea.
I'm saying, so
What are you
far,
saying?
listening back, I don't know how much of this would be salvageable.
Well, that's
Zach's a
That's the
wizard.
Starbaby podcast.
that's what you come to expect.
Starbaby Salvage Cast.
What if I pitched a game to you?
Like Scrabble?
It's called Fortunately, Unfortunately.
What's the
Ooh.
game of life?
What's
the board game? A game of life.
Pepper.
Wait, no. Game of life is a simulation thing devised by some mathematician that works off of like a grid,
Mm-hmm.
and it uses like basic principles like, okay, a pixel can either be on or off, and then based
Can I
on
stop you?
No.
What are you talking about?
You
I'm
can't stop.
telling you
him.
the thing.
He's going.
No, no,
Okay,
here's
but
the thing.
is this real or can I?
This is a game of life.
Unstoppable.
Okay.
I'm not
force.
just generating bullshit right
Okay.
now.
Well, so the game of life has a little car and you put little pegs in it,
There's
and then you
spin-
roll, you
spinning
spin a
wheel.
wheel.
That's life.
Okay.
Which
The
is
game of life is
which is the whole title of it. Because life, yes, but you would call it the game of life. Hey, you want to play a game of life?
You
Do
wanna
you want to
play
play the
life?
game of life? The game of life.
But no, you would never say that because you've
The
already
game
said
of
it.
life. The game.
The life of the game.
The Game of Life, the movie, the book.
The game's
game.
alive.
The party don't start till I walk in.
That's so true, Matt. Let's take that thread.
Huh?
What does that mean? The party does not start until you walk in. More.
Schrodinger's party. The party can't.
Ooh, if I don't go in there,
It might
that
not be
part-
started. It might be started.
that party might be hopping or it may have died.
But you can never know until you take a measurement.
Yeah.
Walk around.
Hi,
hey,
is anyone?
Is this party started
Oh,
yet?
hey, you got here. Oh no.
Does that mean anywhere you are, the party has started, regardless if you're just alone?
Depends on who you are.
Well, you're Matt in this scenario.
Oh yeah,
You're Matt. I'm also Matt.
Shit, who am I?
Matt.
You're Matt.
That's all I know. It's too much fun.
That's too many Matts.
It's too many Matt. What was this game?
Is that you were talking about something stupid?
Yes. Which time?
Very recently.
Oh,
Just
okay.
now. The game of life.
Game of Life is basically like a pretty simplistic simulation that you can run that derives complexity really easily. Basically, a pixel will look at the pixels around it, and then based off that, it'll either turn on or off.
It's like Minesweeper.
Like
I figured it out. It's Minesweeper.
All right, great.
Minesweeper.
Actually, I don't know why I was talking about it. Yeah, it's just Minesweeper.
Minesweeper. Minesweeper. Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
Your turn, Zach.
Minesweeper.
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 I love this offer. I just don't know what to do with it.
Minesweeper. Minesweeper.
It's like variety. You can do whatever you want with it.
Are you German
Minesweeper.
and it's your sweeper?
It's Minesweeper. Thank you. Minesweeper.
He's like a German Billy Mays selling a broom.
German Billy Mays here. Selling you Minesweeper. I'm holding my hands up like Billy Mays. Picture
Uh-huh.
Billy Mays. Mines. I got it. That's
Hold,
it.
hold your hands higher, like you're hailing a cab.
I'm doing it.
Minesweeper. Oh my God, he's doing it.
I'm doing it.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it, guys.
All of his facial hair is falling out, except for the part right on the microphone.
I just
Inexplicably.
swiveled and I'm hovering upside down.
Oh my God.
My head is still by the
Oh my
mic,
God.
but I'm floating upside down in the lotus position.
There's dirt falling out of his pockets.
There's dirt falling out of
Hand
my
me
pockets.
Minesweeper. That feels
For only $5 a month.
what a month?
Dollars.
Franks.
$5 a month.
Gunthers. Only 5 Gunthers a month.
5 Hanses and Gretels.
Are we being offensive yet?
Not
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah.
Not technically.
Oh, I
Not
told Zach
technically.
that one of my New Year's resolutions was to be less insensitive. But
Not-
not to be more
Not
sensitive.
more sensitive, mind you.
Just
less
less
insensitive.
I think that's a good, achievable goal that you can actually work on.
Less insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that as we were walking into an Irish pub, and he's going, "Hi, tie, tie."
Hi, tie. You know what? I'm going to be less insensitive.
That's pretty much exactly what happened.
But it wasn't New Year's yet,
Yeah.
so
And
Right.
it isn't either. So you can cram it in.
I got
right
some
now.
days.
Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
How do you feel about the Brits? He was doing the most insensitive hand sign to me.
Oh,
it was,
no.
It was
It
incredibly
was so.
insensitive. Had you have seen it.
Just look at it.
He
Oh my
keeps
God.
doing it. It keeps happening.
Just picture.
You'd be so offended if you saw this hand sign.
Don't Google anything, but picture in your mind's eye just the most offensive thing.
What do you think you'd find if you Googled that and did images?
Why don't I Google it and then you tell me what you think the photo image is for the exact words, the most offensive
I
thing?
think it's going to have something to do with politics.
I think it's gonna have something to do with puppies.
Images?
No,
Politics and puppies, the two P's
puppy
of life.
politics, the most offensive thing.
I don't want to read what it says here.
Images, though?
Yes.
You're telling me
It is an image.
you're offended by the most offensive thing?
I just don't want to put it out into the world.
Okay,
Because
so what Addison's going to do is he's going to slowly rotate his phone 180 degrees, and then we're going to cut about 30 seconds out of the podcast.
it is a picture of a notebook, and the
The
notebook has a pen-written sentence that says,
You had a game.
I did have a game. It was called Fortunately, Unfortunately. We're going to go around, and this doesn't work with 4 people, but it works with 3.
Great.
We're going to
Very
go around
good.
in a circle.
All right, Kevin, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Jared.
Yes, Steve.
I'm going to leave now, and it's of my own volition.
Yeah, get out of here, Phil.
And I'm someone else too.
Yoda,
I'm
get the
running
fuck
for
out of here.
president. Okay, so
Normal ass Yoda.
we're going to go around in a circle, and we're going to say one sentence, or I guess it's multiple sentences.
Okay.
And I'm going to say something that starts with fortunately, and then your sentence is going to start with unfortunately.
Right.
So you're going to take my scenario, and you're going to change it so that it becomes an unfortunate situation. And then Matt's going to say fortunately, then I'll say unfortunately, and then we just go until we decide we're done.
Improv game.
Yeah, it's
Great.
an improv game.
Let's do it.
Okay. Fortunately, I found a quarter on the ground this morning.
Unfortunately, it was 36 cents.
Fortunately, that's enough for chicken nuggets.
Unfortunately, I don't have a car and I can't go get any.
Fortunately, cars explode sometimes.
Unfortunately, that's bad.
Fortunately, it's good.
Unfortunately.
Let's take a moment here. Okay. Great practice round, everyone. Great practice round. Zach, be a little bit more specific.
36. You're telling me 36 cents
to
was
the scenario.
too vague.
To the scenario.
Okay.
So your 36 cents was fine, but saying cars explode sometimes.
Right. Okay.
Like if it was like, unfortunately, my car exploded.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Start us off with a fortunately.
Fortunately,
Or I guess yours is just a sentence. Like,
Right, that makes sense.
I got a raise today or something. You don't have to say fortunately or unfortunately.
I got a raise.
Doesn't
Right.
it matter which I do first?
I guess you could choose.
Unfortunately, they only paid me in 36-cent quarters.
Was that an unfortunately? Yeah, it definitely was. Fortunately, the bank I go to only accepts 36-cent quarters.
Unfortunately, that bank was closed because it's Sunday.
My
The end.
Oh, great.
Good game.
It doesn't matter. You know raises when they pay you in lump sums in a giant bag of 36-cent quarters that you have to cash immediately.
otherwise it dissolves.
Right.
That was good.
Should we do another one?
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
I need this to work.
Okay, sounds good.
It's working.
All right, Matt, start us off with a sentence.
I learned how to swim today.
Unfortunately, I only learned how to swim in Jell-O.
Fortunately, I only know how to swim in Jell-O now. And I work at a Jell-O factory.
Oh!
Unfortunately, Jell-O prices are skyrocketing.
Fortunately, I just got a huge raise in 36-cent quarters and I can finally afford it.
Unfortunately, it's Sunday. And the bank in which I usually cash those quarters out at is closed because it's Sunday. But
Fortunately, they're closed, so I can't go in today because I was going to rob them on a Sunday.
Unfortunately, all of my best ski masks are in the wash.
fortunately, I'm a pretty dumb guy. So I'm just going to go in and rob the place showing my face.
Unfortunately, I'm a pretty dumb guy. I might not be able to find the place.
Fortunately, I just got a brand new phone and it can show me the exact way to the bank.
Unfortunately, the cops gave me the phone, and it's actually a decoy, and it led me straight to the police office.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I was able to pay them off in 36-cent quarters.
The end.
Yay. What was that character's name?
Silly Phil.
Silly Phil. Classic Silly Phil. Always getting paid in 36-cent quarters. I'm gonna
game?
I'm gonna start it. No,
Oh, another
We're
one?
gonna
Okay.
keep doing this.
Okay,
You're
all right,
gonna
that's
start a
fine.
new
I'm
movement.
gonna start
All
a
right.
new movement. It's called I woke up and it's a nice day.
Unfortunately, it's a Sunday.
And my mic is closed.
Unfortunately, I wet the bed last night.
Fortunately, I hate these clothes and I've been looking for a reason to burn them.
Unfortunately, I'm a firefighter.
Fortunately, I get paid per fire.
Unfortunately, it's in 36-cent quarters and the bank is closed today.
Because it's Sunday.
Oh, no.
And cars explode. Fortunately,
I get paid per explosion.
unfortunately,
What a pregnant pause.
unfortunately, I'm pregnant. By Silly Phil.
Fortunately, Silly Phil is rich and promised to support me.
Unfortunately, he always gets paid in 36-cent quarters. So it makes his liquid process very long and drawn out. Because it's usually Sunday.
Fortunately, I always work Sundays. Right? Yeah, sure. Fortunately, the end.
Oh, okay, great.
That is fortunate.
And that's fortunately, unfortunately.
If we weren't so bad, that'd be really good. You ever think about that?
I think we got it towards the end. I think we did
I
better towards the end.
I thought we got.
I think we understood
I
what we
think
were doing towards the end.
I think we got it in the middle, and then we kept going.
We killed it. Let's do one more.
36-cent.
Okay. And we can't talk about 36 cent
Why?
No
quarters.
36 cents, no banks, no Sundays.
No.
No Sundays, not a single Sunday.
Not one
No
Sunday.
Sunday,
callbacks.
Sunday,
No
Sunday.
callbacks, only new material. This is
New
going to be
material.
long form
This is
improv.
new material. This is not what long form improv is, but it's new material.
Hi,
I'm
my
going to
name
start
is
us off.
Reginald.
I just got my pilot's license, and I have my first flight tomorrow.
Unfortunately, I only know how to fly spaceships.
Fortunately, I work for NASA.
Unfortunately, I get motion sick.
Fortunately, NASA's pretty good about giving you like some motion sickness tablets and it peps you right up.
Unfortunately, I am allergic to water and I can't get the tablets down.
Fortunately, they gave me this awesome looking enema that I just stick right up the pooper, and it cures me of all my motion sickness.
Unfortunately, only I think it looks awesome.
Fortunately, my mom said my opinion is the only one that matters.
Wow.
Unfortunately, my mom died in that earthquake we had last year.
Fortunately, my dad didn't.
Oh.
I have one parent left alive.
Unfortunately, I wish he did.
Fortunately, my dad's alcohol problem taught me to become the man that I am today.
Unfortunately, that's an abusive man.
Fortunately, in addition to being an astronaut, I'm also a boxer.
Okay, so just skipped over the thing I said.
Abusive. I'm turning it into a good thing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my wife is Rihanna, and everyone's already looking for those problems there.
Fortunately, I live on an island and they can't really see the abuse.
Unfortunately,
Readily.
we have great cell service. She always has her phone.
Fortunately, everyone else on the island is using a Microsoft Zune instead of a cell phone because they haven't figured it out yet.
Unfortunately, it's not the Microsoft Zune. It's a different Zune that is a funny thing to say.
Fortunately, we don't have to worry about any
Okay.
of that because we're in a loving relationship and it's really healthy.
Unfortunately, only I think that.
Get it back.
Unfortunately,
No, you're fortunate.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're fortunate, son.
Fortunately, I'm CCR in a callback to
Oh, it's over. That's a callback.
fuck, but not even to this podcast.
You lose 1 point for me and Matt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're playing to 5.
All right.
Oh, no.
Just
Did you-
kidding. We're doing something different.
Yeah. That would be a very dangerous drinking game. Every time you make a callback, you have to take a shot.
I mean, I think we did
This
really
podcast
well.
would end one way or another. It would probably be because we're all incoherent, though.
Yeah, it'd end before we start recording. I don't think we've said a single original thing to each other in years.
True. We're just regurgitating memes at each other.
Too close.
We're not joking.
I'm not joking.
Do you want to play another game
We could.
or not?
I'm a gamey boy. I like games.
Let's play Three's a Crowd.
Okay.
Which was that again?
Three's a Crowd,
Three's
this
Company.
game that we got recommended by
Me.
a fan.
Three's a Crowd. How do we
Three's a
play
Crowd
Three's a
is a
Crowd?
game. The working title is BuzzFeed shit. The game. Essentially, how it goes is one person will, to another person, be like, yo, give me blank names, right? And that blank will be a number. It's generally 3. 3 works well. That's why it's called Three's a Crowd. But it can be whatever number you want. It could be like, hey, Matt, give me 4 names. And then Matt would be like, here's 4 people. Dave, Jared, Piccolo, Scott.
But typically they're famous people or fictional people, so everyone has an idea.
It's
not
more
just like friends
fun
that you guys know.
If we all know it, including the listeners. That's why famous people is a good call. Actors, musicians, the like. Then Matt will give me 4 names, and I will tell Matt, which one of those 4 people is which Beatle? And that's how the game is played, and it's loads of almost fun, and we're gonna play it right now. Does any of you got a thing?
I've got a prompt.
Right.
Prompt.
All right, Matt. Give me 4 names.
Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, and somebody else from Ocean's 11. Don Cheadle.
And Don Cheadle. All right. Bottom bun, meat patty, slice of cheese, top bun, cast your perfect, plain as hell cheeseburger. Then you
Correct.
tell me
Okay.
where each of those people are, how they fit into the
I
characters.
think George
of-
Clooney
bottom
might
bun.
be
I think he's the meat.
patty.
Yeah. And
He's
He's
the
all
patty, 'cause-
substance,
Yeah, he's
like Clooney.
he's all substance.
Brad Pitt is
top bun. I think.
You think top bun? You can't put
In-
Don Cheadle as the bottom bun. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I was gonna say Don Cheadle's the cheese
yeah. I was getting
Oh,
there.
Don Cheadle.
Sure, yeah.
That makes sense.
for that reason alone.
Yeah, sure.
Specifically from Ocean's 11, using that frame of reference because they've all evolved since then.
Mm-hmm.
George Clooney definitely the meat.
Of course.
Of
Yeah.
course.
He's Danny Ocean. He's the titular Ocean.
Yeah. He's the tits.
So then who holds up the entire franchise? I would say honestly bottom
I'd say
bottom
Brad Pitt.
bun Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Because he's your bedrock.
Especially in the first one. He does a lot more than George Clooney because George Clooney sits out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think Don Cheadle will be the cheese, kind of the different flavor other than
Why is it a different flavor, Matt? Why?
because he's English. He has a Cockney
There we
accent.
go.
I'm squinting
Okay.
so hard at Matt.
and his name is
Yeah, all right.
One of those
Basher.
British cheese.
and he has a bad Cockney accent. And then wait, who's left?
Matt
Damon.
Damon. Yeah.
Okay. Matt Damon's the top one because you squish him down.
Much like
I
Matt
would-
Damon, you squish him down.
I would say that he would be on the top because that's where Matt Damon thinks that he belongs. He's like, yeah, I'm top build guy. He's like 3rd build in that movie.
Oh,
But he's
I
like,
think
yeah,
further
I'll
down
be
the
up top.
third
I'll be
build.
up top. Especially then when he's just riding high on Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah. Fucking piece
Okay,
of
there
shit,
you
Matt
go.
Damon.
Fucking piece of shit, Matt Damon.
What the fuck?
I think he seems like
Who
a
the
nice
fuck
guy.
is this guy?
Who's
Fucking-
that guy?
Who's
All right.
that guy?
Who's
Who
that
wants
guy?
to give me a scenario?
No one. Who's that guy? Matt
Oh.
Damon. New bit.
Okay. Who's that gay?
All right, 3 names.
Okay. Oh, Zach.
Is that?
Well,
Is there a prompt?
it can't just be me and you, and
Sure
Zach
can.
watches.
Sure can. Yeah.
Wait,
Very
so yeah,
good.
we do number of names first, right?
All right, so Zach, you do 3 names,
Boy.
Okay.
and then you'll answer.
I gotta think of one.
boy.
Take your
Abraham Lincoln. Well, no. If you're thinking of the prompt, you gotta give me the number of names.
time. Yeah,
3. Well, generally you have the thing already.
I'm coming up with it.
Great.
Uh oh,
This one's gonna be amazing.
you really should have that squared away.
I got it.
Okay.
Great.
I found it out.
Abraham Lincoln. Just like that.
Yes.
That's the second one, and the third one is Susan Boyle. Abraham Lincoln, my larynx, and Susan Boyle.
Don't do my larynx.
Why
Yeah.
the fuck not?
We just said it was better with things that we know.
Yeah, I don't know your larynx.
They
I don't know yours. I know mine.
you know it right now.
No,
Now you know.
just
it.
pick
names.
another one.
Pick other presidents. You already
No,
established
fuck that.
president. Fuck you.
that. Fuck you and fuck that.
All right.
Matt.
Okay.
Why-
okay.
The Hamburglar.
Famous people
yes,
with top hats.
Yes, the Hamburglar. That's great. I love
Abraham
that.
Lincoln, the Hamburglar, and Susan, Boyle.
Okay.
Perfect.
Leave me alone.
Who is what flavor in a Neapolitan ice cream?
Ooh, that's great. I'm so glad Don Cheadle is in here. We would have had a
Abraham
real
Lincoln.
problem.
Abraham Lincoln is chocolate.
Uh-oh.
Susan Boyle.
Why? Because he freed the slaves?
No.
No, that would be
he
good.
wears black and a tuxedo. Has black and his beard is and he freed the slaves. No, he's a chocolate sort of guy. Susan Boyle, I hazard to say, is vanilla.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
She real pasty.
She real.
Yeah.
She a real vanilla type.
That means Hamburglar is strawberry.
And can you
I
explain
think he's
that?
a ginger.
I think I could explain that
Okay.
with the word effervescent.
Okay.
Strawberries are effervescent.
And so is the
No.
Hamburglar.
But a strawberry is as not as effervescent as the Hamburglar is. Does that make sense?
I suppose.
You can say no.
Oh.
I'm gonna
No.
say
You're
yes.
allowed.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, split.
Contrarian.
Okay,
Fight.
debate.
What he said doesn't make any goddamn sense. So,
I agree, but
so we're in
Oh.
agreement.
Oh no,
Oh no.
the polls have turned on me.
okay. I guess it's your turn to come up with
I guess it's my turn to come up with
a pramp.
a pramp.
And then hit me.
Hit us. Hit me.
Okay. Give me 3 names.
Robin Williams' character in Jumanji,
Great.
Alan Partridge.
Robbins Williams character in
Okay, sure. Yeah.
in Aladdin, the genie.
The genie. And Robin Williams' character
Dead Poet Society.
in I don't want to do that one because I haven't seen it.
Really?
I haven't seen it in
Yeah.
a long time.
I know
so
it's
yeah.
supposed to be very good.
That's
I haven't
pretty
seen it in a very
What's
long
another
time, so I
movie?
guess it wouldn't be
Uh
good. I don't know a single one.
Goodwill Hunting.
it's not bad, but I think I am gonna go with Billie Eilish.
All right.
So we've got
I mean, it was on all of our tongues.
We
but
got Jumanji, the genie, and Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
all right. Out of those 3, Robin Williams and Billie Eilish, which are us?
Okay.
If you had to recast
Looking
a
at-
shot-for-shot remake of this podcast with
Who would
Jumanji.
Be, okay.
I think Addison's Billie Eilish.
See, I would say Zach is Billie Eilish
why would you say that?
because I think Billie Eilish has a pretty low energy, and you've been the lowest energy here tonight. I
Okay.
think
I gotta hold it down.
I gotta go. I think Matt's probably the genie. Yeah, I think Matt's
Yeah.
probably the genie
Yeah.
because you're like all over the place and you're just like bouncing from wall to wall. Maybe not as much.
Right. Well,
Right
I don't
now.
think it
But as
could
much
be.
as all of us.
all of us.
No.
Yeah.
I said what I meant.
At least in this.
Yeah.
I guess I'm Alan Partridge because he really doesn't have too many discernible. It's a little crazy,
but somewhat an
but he
authority
figures it
figure.
out. Yeah, a little bit. Sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you're Billie Eilish.
And Zach's Billie Eilish.
I do want to drive that point home. You are Billie Eilish.
Without a doubt, Zach's Billie Eilish.
Yeah, of course.
If you were to learn anything from this podcast, it's Zach's Billie Eilish.
And it's a picture of Billie Eilish morphing into Zach's picture.
It's gonna be an hour-long morph from my picture to Billie Eilish on
So slow.
YouTube.
So slow.
You're like, oh my god.
Like it's only apparent when you like scrub through the timeline. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
It starts off with Billie Eilish, obviously, because the thumbnail.
Because of views. We're
Right.
trying to get that sweet
Because if we put your face up there,
engagement. Yeah, what the fuck?
but at the end, people won't even notice.
They won't even notice. Like that's the same person I've been looking
That's
at.
not Billie Eilish. I clicked for Billie Eilish, and this is Billie Eilish.
It's what I got.
Love
in the vein of podcasts, right? We're on Apple Podcasts now. So if you haven't been listening to this and you're like, I wish, I mean, all of our fans, we get written in all the time. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you on
We get
Apple
written up
Podcasts
all the time.
I know. We get our points detracted at the end of the day because of
50 points for Griffin Puff.
Can somebody please put up 50 points for Griffin Puff?
all right. Bing, bing, 50 points for Griffin Puff.
Who's ready? Zach, we'll
yeah.
go backwards. Give me 4 names.
Stefan
Gwen Stefani.
Stefan.
Garby.
Gary Busey.
Gwen Stefani, Gary Busey.
It's just like somebody's like translating. Garby.
Snagub.
Snagglepuss, the cartoon Snagglepuss. Frodo
Frank
Baggins.
Ocean.
We'll go
Right.
Frank Ocean.
All right.
Okay,
Those
those
are-
are your Hogwarts
Is that-
houses.
Gary.
Fuck.
Who's what?
Gary Busey is wait.
They
what were
didn't
the,
ha- they didn't
what were
have
they
a-
one more time? Gary Busey.
Gary Busey, Gwen
Gwen Stefani.
Stefani,
It's funny.
Snagglepuss the cartoon
Snagglepuss the
cat,
cartoon cat.
and Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
I think
Frank Ocean is Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
No fucking
Why?
question.
Why is that?
Because. Do you know who Frank Ocean is? He's a Hufflepuff through and through.
I understand that, but part of this
I understand
is,
that.
is explaining.
But would you
your
like to entertain the
decision-making.
people listening?
Yeah. But do you want to play this game at all?
Because he's a bit of a soft boy, but not really. But mostly
Is that
on the surface.
classic of Hufflepuffs?
Well, they're emotional and
Of the 4, I could see them
Yeah.
be
And
more
open.
soft
Okay.
boys.
yeah. But they can pull their weight when the going gets tough.
Got it.
Gwen Stefani is Slytherin
Okay.
because she's scary.
Got it. With the right eyeliner, she looks a little snakish. She's got hair like a
No,
basilisk.
because she's intimidating. That's why.
Okay, got it.
That's the trait.
Uh-huh.
Gary Busey is absolutely Gryffindor.
Oh boy.
Duh.
Well, because he can do whatever
Here
he
comes
wants.
Billie Eilish again.
Because he can do whatever he wants.
Those
and
are the
he
lyrics.
doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah, no, I know.
Gary Busey is Gryffindor. Duh. Okay, that song is essentially "We Are Number One," and you can disagree with me, but you'll be wrong.
I don't know. Was that meant to be a lyric?
It's the first trill. That's
Yeah,
it. That's
I
it.
don't know. The whole song's not that,
It is.
but that part of the
Especially the trap breakdown at the end.
Yeah.
That's "We Are Number One."
yeah.
That's the yep.
The boo, boo, boo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I think he's Billie Eilish.
Our resident Billie Eilish fan, Addison. That's pretty good.
Duh.
You should have seen what he did with his mouth. He got a little instrument out and he was like modulating his voice with it.
My whole mouth was like wavy.
It was pretty fucking nuts.
It's
and honestly,
pretty fucking
It is
nuts.
insane.
I'm gonna need therapy because of it.
So Snagglepuss is Ravenclaw?
He must be.
It'd have to be.
It'd have to be.
No, he's a duplicate of one of the other ones. Addison just notably looked at his watch.
I gotta go
Oh.
pretty soon. So if we want to do the movie thing,
Movie phone.
Fucking, I guess so. Completely naturally and organically, it's everybody's favorite segment.
star wipe, fast dissolve.
3 star wipes and a fast dissolve. What do you get?
Pew pew.
You get
I give you
30-second movie pitch.
30
Everybody's
second, 30 second, 30 second movie.
I'll give you this $5 when you put the 3-star dissolves in the
Star
YouTube
dissolve, star
medium.
dissolve, star dissolve, star dissolve.
I'll do that.
Matt did just open his wallet, take out a 5, wave it around, put it back in his wallet.
Okay, so if I gave it to you now,
No
what's the-
incentive.
yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
got it. What do you expect me to transition from and to? Because I need 4 different things.
what do you mean? No.
Star wipe is a
Just-
transition.
Yeah, just throw a colored filter over 2 of the main logos, and then have it star wipe 3 times back into the same logo.
Great.
I mean, it's the fade of Billie Eilish to you, so
Yeah, fade into the hour-long version of you turning into Billie Eilish, and or create a custom Animorphs cover with you turning into Billie Eilish in 5 easy steps.
and post it on WikiHow. How to make yourself an Animorphs character in
how
5
to
years
make
steps.
yourself Billie Eilish.
Focus on the eyebrows because I think you have roughly the same eyebrows.
Yeah, big ol' bushels.
Big old bushes.
Welcome to Roast Zach.
Welcome to
everyone's
30
favorite.
second
I think I
movie
have
pitch.
bushier eyebrows than you, but you do have.
All right, fucking let's fight about it, I guess.
Eyebrow
All right,
fight.
Matt, you're going to have first word. I'm going to have second word. That means Addison, this is going to be
My
your
pitch.
movie.
Okay, great.
If it's the first time you're listening, 30-second movie pitch is a game we play in which 2 of the people on the podcast come up with words separately. And those 2 words together are the title of the movie that the other person, if there's 3 people on the podcast, is going to pitch. And they're going to have 30 seconds to do so. And we rank it by if anyone gives a shit.
Am I given a genre? First?
Sometimes we throw genres in. Would you like to today?
do you
Let's
wanna-
purely go off of the. Well, let's
Okay.
see how it is with the
Okay.
words.
All right. Matt, do you have a word?
Yeah.
I have a word.
Oh. Me first?
Yes.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
Starlight.
Falcon.
Starlight Falcon.
Ooh.
In this chilling tale from the 1980s,
Yeah.
Starlight Falcon is a ship hovering above the atmosphere of the world, with the world in utter chaos. Nixon making cat noises in the office. The aliens know they have to take him out. But what will happen this summer? Starlight Falcon is
30 seconds.
Matt Damon.
Oh, then you gave away the twist at the end.
Oops. I mean, sorry.
I love my favorite part in that trailer is when the announcers tells you when it's from, and then another guy just agrees. The 80s. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh, that's a good time.
Starlight Falcon sounds
Oh,
like
are we
a
recording?
sounds like a raucous good time. Action?
I admit I had to immediately not take it straight into Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yes, that was.
I was like,
that was the
it's a
trickery.
tale of a. Oh no.
What's that?
Remember Falcon, Shia LaBeouf, and the other renowned actor.
It's Shia LaBeouf with a actor who has Down syndrome or autism, but it's like they're traveling.
They did.
Honey Boy?
Honey Boy is about him. Honey Boy is a retelling with Shia LaBeouf as his own father, and another actor loosely
didn't know
playing his own story. There's like a version of him where he's in like Transformers-based movies,
Honey
but it's
Boy?
like Honey Boy.
Oh,
It's like autobiographical.
really?
Yeah, and they're both
Did
supposed
not.
to be incredible,
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf's
but
going
very
lately.
sad.
It's just sad boy hours.
Okay, we're ready for the next 30-second movie
yeah,
pitch.
so we're gonna
30
rotate
second-
this. So Addison, you're gonna have.
30-second movie pitch. Can you give me a little reverb or
Can I
something?
get a clean version of that? Actually, I could give you reverb, but I'm gonna give you the pitch shifter. So
Great.
That's it.
30-second movie pitch. 30-second movie pitch. 30-second movie pitch. Great. It was good enough
Don't
to
expect
be in every
royalties.
episode, definitely.
Yes, top tier quality. So Addison, you're gonna have the first word. Matt, you're gonna have the second word, and that will be the movie I am pitching. Are we clear on the rules?
Got it.
3. Do you have words?
No.
Glad I asked.
Yes.
Go.
The problem with dogs. Did you not have a word?
Hotel 4.
Dogs.
3, 2, 1.
Hotel of.
Trees.
All right.
Forest.
You see, all right. The trailer opens with a long, layering shot, zooming through a dense amount of trees, and it comes to a door, and the door creaks open.
Oh, sorry.
2 doors creak open, and out walks Treebeard. Welcome to the Hotel of Trees. Hotel of Trees, December 12th. That was shit, and I apologize.
I think it was funny because we both did footstep sound effects at the same time.
Matt is used to only being the only sound effect guy. What
Yeah.
he doesn't know is that I'm right there.
The doors made sense. It's like big old French doors that we did.
He's leapfrogging out of the door.
A big bushy mountain man.
a more realistic Treebeard, one that doesn't fucking bend.
Yeah.
Just hops on his big ass stump.
Does not have feet. Just okay.
My
There's-
turn to stumble through 30 seconds.
That one, you know, that's maybe more of a teaser.
Sure, it's
Then they'll hit you
Is
with
that
the
a way
red
to
band.
cover it? Yeah.
Yeah.
30-second movie teaser.
All right, Addison, you got first word. I'll have
No.
second word.
I have second word.
I have first word. You have second word.
Correct.
I
'Cause I
have
already
second
did.
word. I have first
Yeah.
word. I have 14th word. I have a dictionary.
You better not.
Yeah, you better not. I can't count that long.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Man, are you ready? I know you always respond with the truth, which is no.
3, 2, 1.
Despicable.
Of the masses.
Despicable of the masses. Go.
In a world where there's like more than one Hitler.
Oh no. Here I come, and here I come.
It's a whole country of Hitlers, and they're all
and
trying
I'm
to
here, and I,
be
what are
worse
you
than each
doing?
other.
I love
I'm
sound effects that are just
Hitler.
fucking dialogue.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing here? I'm Hitler, but I am also Hitler. You better get out of here, Hitler. I'm
Mind-
crazy Hitler.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
It's a whole country full of Hitlers, and they're all trying to be.
Ah, hey, you're stepping on
worse
my
than the
toe.
other
Ow.
ones.
Hey, like your mustache.
What's going on?
Hey, I like your mustache. Hey, what happened to my mic? I don't want to shout.
He sounds like Dracula.
One of them is Dracula Hitler.
Matt, do you hear Dracula really far away?
What?
But it sounds like he like mixed between Dracula and Hitler.
Now that's a movie.
Now that's a movie. Yeah, sure.
Good lord.
Sure, that's a
Dracula
movie.
Hitler.
Dracula Hitler.
Well, there's a ton of them.
It's kind of like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, I assume. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never
I
seen
didn't
it.
see it.
Yeah.
I've seen it on a lot of platforms. I was like, not
boy.
tonight.
All right. Do you guys want to do a round robin one in which we do one and then we continue it?
Sure.
All right. Matt, you're going to start it out. So, no fucking pressure.
I do first word?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Or
first, like, kind of line, and then I just jump in on the line. It's like we're all excitedly pitching a movie together, right?
Well,
Right?
you'll have the first 30 seconds and then you'll pass the torch and then I'll have the next 30
Oh,
seconds.
got it, okay.
And then it usually devolves,
Sure. Yeah.
as it do.
Okay.
First word, second word? Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Scrumptious.
Theory.
Scrumptious Fury.
Theory.
Theory. Scrumptious Theory. Bad title.
Would you like another one?
No. It's fine. It's just like for marketing purposes, it does not roll
The
out.
scrumptious.
all right,
The
all
scrumptious
right,
theory.
all right,
No,
all
please.
right,
I like what it would turn into, but
Fucking do you?
The
I would-
scrumptious theory.
yeah, like I can already think of what that movie might be about, but
Does that have
in
Stephen
pure
Haw-
terms
Stephen
of
Hawking in
marketing,
it?
I think it would go poorly.
Why?
But that's fine.
Why do you think that?
Well,
It would be like the Rural Juror, a fake movie they made up in 30 Rock, that they were like, I want to see the movie, but I can never remember what it is. I can't hear it. Oh, the Rural Juror. Oh, I'll look that up.
What was that film you're talking about? Aurora Borealis?
Rory's. Boring Rory's Rory Borealis.
Blah, 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 blah.
Rory.
Uh,
Rory Boring's Roaring Aurora Borealis. You ready, Matt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
for it.
doing other words?
No.
Let's do another
No.
words.
I like it.
He came up with the word. He can't do it.
Scrumptious fear. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, now we got to do different words.
Are you guys hiring? Yeah, come on in. It's 1980.
If you don't get this bit, go listen to podcast number 5, I believe.
Just the other one I
in
was
which
Yeah, he's got toast on his head.
on. I do
will-
CCR the entire way through.
the whole ass way. I had to
Is
edit.
that the same one as Reginald? Or what was my
Frederick?
Frederick, yeah, Frederick.
I'm the middle child. Shut up.
That's Lisa.
That's Lisa.
She's a Time Lord.
I'm the Antichrist.
Some people, some say I'm old as time, but I say 9.
What a great line.
There's some good shit.
Anyway,
If you're
that's
in the-
not this one.
If you're in the neighborhood, I did a animatic on YouTube of
You have to come by Zach's place to see.
yeah.
swing by, it lives
you're
on my
around.
computer.
I'll show it to you.
I'm a bit from there. Okay. Are you guys hiring right now? Yeah, come on in. Wendell was a normal boy. All he wanted was the ability to bake. Oh man, I can't wait to bake all this bread. You're never going to bake all that bread if you don't get better at it. Haha, I will. With the magical power of his friend, Johannesburg. Oh, you're turning a dial. I thought you were turning me off.
No.
With his magical friend Johannesburg, the talking half elf, half orc, orc elf hybrid, he might find.
Isn't that my character in D&D? What am I? I'm a half something.
Yeah, I think you're half elf.
Half-
Pertinent.
I'm yeah.
What the fuck did you just say?
What's the main character's name? And then there's Johannesburg.
Wendell and Johannesburg, the half elf, half orc.
Johannesburg, South Africa.
Right.
It's
the same as that.
Wendell. All right. So Wendell is. Do I have to do it as a trailer? Or can I do it as a pitch?
We're just going.
All
We're
right.
just going,
So
baby boy.
Wendell's going to school to learn how to bake, and he has to take a bunch of dumb prereqs like astrophysics. So he's in this astrophysics class,
Following. Yeah.
and he starts learning about.
Astrophysics.
Starts learning about string theory,
All right.
and he starts
Johannes
making
is like-
spaghetti out of it.
Well,
It was delicious.
Johannesburg. Thank you.
Johannesburg. Johannes to his friends.
Okay.
Johnny,
Not Joe.
Joni.
They only shorten it halfway.
No.
It's like, dang on it. String theory. It's like pasta. But, that's great.
What if we baked pasta?
That's great. So he comes back to what's the main character's name?
Wendell.
Wendell. He's like, Wendell, you've been trying to bake, but you thinking about cooking? I like pasta so goddamn much. I've been learning about string theory. And goddamn it, I think we need to open up cooking.
Wendell went to
Shut your mouth!
Hey.
Uh-oh. Wendell has a streak.
And it's Addison's.
So Wendell takes this space flight, and he's trying to figure out how to bake bread in space, because that's one of the main things that we need to figure out.
That would be tough.
If there's no gravity in space, you know,
How does it rise?
How does it rise? How does it fall? So him and Johannesburg.
Can I addendum
Sure.
a point, a really fucking good point, and it's so good because what I'm about to say is gonna be so good, and I'm not building it up at all.
And hype it up a little more.
It's so good. There's a point in the movie in which they're getting into space and like, wait, how does bread rise if there's no up? And it pulls out, and you just hear Mom yelling. And that's what I stopped everyone to share. Thank you.
And this definitely couldn't wait for your turn in the fucking pitch. Or
No.
Well,
it
he-
was
No, no,
so
no.
He's not
absolutely
sure that we
good.
would have gotten away from space at that point. We might have changed locations again. So
Oh, that's true. That.
And back in.
And so they're in space, and the bread and the whole ship explodes. Wendell's dead. Johannesburg is dead. But the
Oh
bread,
my god.
the bread is perfectly cooked.
Oh my god.
A single loaf of bread, spinning, twirling, twisting through space.
What's this say?
with the combined
And we
consciousness
zoom in.
of Wendell and Johannesburg.
Oh God! And there's a
Sentient bread.
face on either side of the bread, and so we pan back and forth to the two of them talking. They're like, "Well, Johannesburg, this
Well,
is another
Wendell."
fine pickle we got ourselves into.
I'm Johannesburg. John,
You're all of it.
You're Matt.
Johannesness? Yeah, pickles or a pumpernickel.
The bread is saying this now, floating in space.
Among rubble and debris from a
Shrapnel of various sorts and sizes.
explosion in space. Two friends started their journey.
One friend, one bread, two friends, explosion.
Two friends started their journey as separate people, and then through the scrumptious theory, they combined to one loaf of love.
With the hit song by Huey Lewis and the News, Love Some Love. Just playing in the background of the trailer.
Loves of love, loves of love, loves of love. You take a sandwich and then you get it together. Loves of love will bring us better, and you get the cheese and you get the meat. That's the way that we can eat this loaf of love. This loaf of love. This loaf of love. This loaf of love.
Date. Not the name of the fucking movie. It's Scrumptious Theory. But Loaves of Love was written for the motion picture.
And instead of the date, it just says, Diane, will you marry me?
And then it pans out, still in a different recorded format. There's a man in the aisle who is kneeling next to a woman, presumably
is
by the
Neil.
name of Diane.
And she's Diane. Neil is kneeling and Diane is dying.
Okay.
And Neil has a ring.
He's going to ring.
And he says, Diane, I never could have made this movie without you. You are my rock. You are my loaf. Will you
Wide shot.
marry me?
They're the only people in the theater.
Of course.
Except for Huey Lewis and his news.
Mm-hmm. And his nudes.
And a roll of newspaper.
Oh, come on, Diane. Say yes.
That's the newspaper, who's a talking newspaper.
And Huey Lewis is like, do it.
Yeah, come on, do it.
You heard the news.
And what does Diane say?
Little ditty about Jack and Diane. She died. Which is
The
a
scrumptious
yes?
theory. January.
Question mark.
If you would like. January.
Thank you. Wow, that was good.
Wow.
Small tangent. I'd love like a really well written movie with all the characters are
You could stop her there. I would love a really well written movie.
all the characters are really stupid, lazy puns.
Okay.
Like Neil and Diane dying.
They just do what they are named the entire thing.
Or the
It's like-
scene
it's
in
like
which
a-
they're introduced is their name.
It's like a Pokemon written by fucking Wes Anderson or
Right.
something.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, I would,
Neil. Diane.
Drat.
Odrat Nielsen.
Stab, go grab the knife. Axe, go grab the hatchet. Okay, got it. And what will you do, gun?
Don't worry about it.
That's between me and our Lord Savior. Loaf of love.
I want Loaf of Love on my iPod.
We'll take a
I
look.
think you might be able to do something
It's
with
in
that.
a book.
It's
La
a loaf
Barber.
of love.
Oh boy.
All I knew was like, all right, 80s ish. So really gated drums.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Gated reverb on the drums.
I had to do something. I was like, I don't know a lot of Huey Lewis.
Nailed it. And
I don't know. I think that one was not the worst. It was very collaborative.
what do you think the worst one we've done is?
I don't know. Take your pick.
I mean, okay, but so it has to be terrible enough for you to remember it, but not so bad that you completely forgot it.
Yeah, I think a lot of yours are just very non-memorable.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man, you
That's a
know,
lot.
I'm trying to
Look.
contribute to the conversation. The conversation is, hey, I've listened to all of them.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, pretty much most of mine go like, so blah blah blah, and then I run out of a lot of
in
steam,
a
and then
small town, you always start way slow.
because I'm trying to think.
I'm
thinking. They always run out of steam, and then I go, oh, it's basically Die Hard on a train.
So what it is it's Die Hard on a train. Do you think if you walked into like a Hollywood exec office, like, all right, I got a fucking movie for you. It's Hollywood. It's fucking Die Hard on a train.
Yes.
Is that answering the
So-
question? Do you think?
So
if?
fucking Snowpiercer is Die Hard on a train.
All right.
I heard this really good. I haven't seen it though.
It's not really good.
It's not. Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
It's fine. The acting is pretty rough. It's interesting and there's some good moments, but it's like kind of fucking weird and inconsistent. Really, I did an issue with the acting.
But so Olympus Has Fallen, Die Hard in the White House. That movie rocks. It's so fucking good. But it's like goofy. It's dumb.
Which one is Olympus?
That's the one with Gerard Butler.
Which
Gerard
one
Butler
has
and
Channing
Morgan.
Tatum?
That is.
'Cause I know they're
fuck.
very similar.
Yeah, both of those came.
White
out.
House Down.
White House Down. Yeah.
They're
And
the
then-
same movie.
And then I have a contribution too. And that's where this is where that goes.
So
I think.
Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down. What's another knockoff movie? And what are the 2 stars? So, in Olympus Has Fallen, it is Gerard Butler's the bodyguard and
Right.
Morgan Freeman is the president.
Cool.
In White House Down, Channing Tatum is the bodyguard
And then Two-Face.
and Aaron Eckhart is the president.
Double Face.
So, what's the name of the movie? Who's the bodyguard? And who's the president?
Air Force One.
You're
Who's-
calling it Air Force One?
Are you thinking of a real movie?
Yes. Is that not what I'm doing?
No. Make up one.
Yeah,
Oh.
like it's
Who
improv.
fits in
Okay.
those roles?
All right. So it's got to be an assassination attempt. That's like that's the plot.
Basically.
Okay.
Just title,
Or it's
bodyguard.
they take the president hostage.
Okay.
In the
A
White House.
A movie that doesn't exist. Okay. Casablanca.
Name any movie that doesn't exist.
Fuck. Tarzan. Transformers. Fuck. Okay. So.
Oh no, I got it. I got it. It's called Run, POTUS, Run. President
that's
is
great.
The president is Tom Hanks,
Of course.
and then I don't know,
Who's
Jason Statham.
Who's a good foil to Tom Hanks?
Nobody.
If Tom Hanks is the
Nobody.
president, that
Tom
means
Hanks
that
is
he's
every
gonna
person's
be
friend.
very lovable, which means we need an equally lovable person.
like it for the action star,
Yeah.
The Rock.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
probably The Rock. Either Rock or John Cena.
Yeah.
I'd watch the shit out of that movie. Zach, can you make it?
Yes.
You know those guys, right?
Pause.
This summer, The Rock is the most likable, big, giant, buff, bald guy protecting the president that you know of.
Hey guys, how you doing? All right. You smell what I'm protecting.
Can you cook what The Rock is smelling?
Tom Hanks.
No. Follow that thread. The Rock is a food critic, and he smelled a delicious dish, but he can't top what he thinks that dish might have tasted like. So he hires 5 of the world's best chefs.
It's a scrumptious theory.
It's
yeah.
a game show or a cooking competition where he has 5 chefs or however many chefs, and they're given the scent of a dish, and then it goes,
wow.
"Can you cook what The Rock?"
is smelling.
and then they have to cook the dish and recreate it.
That's fucking great. I'd watch the shit out of that.
And then
that would be fascinating.
Everyone who loses has to face the rock in the
in a
in
one-on-one.
The ring.
And he's just throwing
Cage
fistfuls
match.
of the meal that he made at him.
He
Can you run what the rock is throwing?
He force feeds the losers,
Gordon-
which can be all 5.
Gordon Ramsay writes the script
Right.
of their fucking match. He blocks it out, and oh fuck, I'd see that.
All right, I gotta
Yeah.
get going.
All right.
Is this a bit?
Well,
Fortunately,
thanks.
Unfortunately. All right. Thanks for listening to the Starbaby Social Hour. We
short but sweet.
short but sweet. We are. That's the tagline. It's not you do you, and it's not you eat our shit.
It's short but sweat.
Short but sweaty.
Short but sweat.
Short but sweat.
Thanks for listening to the Starbaby Social Hour. If you would like to follow us on the social medias, you can do that. If you want to listen to the podcast on a certain platform, hey, guess what? We're on a couple platforms. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube. We got other stuff on YouTube too. So if you want to see some visual content, we're on YouTube. And we're on Instagram. You do you, Starbaby. Matt, Addison, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
Goodbye. You fucking kiss the mic. Do it.
I'm
Yay.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes.
I'm just a baby.